one day somebody does something unspeakable to someone else, to someone you hardly knew, and you do something about it, because you can.
We get this story from ABC News. Story been waiting on. A jury has found a former Illinois sheriff's deputy guilty of second-degree murder in the fatal shooting of Sonya Massey. Wait till you hear his sentencing options. The trial began last week for Sean Grayson, the former Sangamon County deputy in the fatal shooting of Sonya Massey in July of 2024, after she called 911 to report a possible intruder at her home in Springfield, Illinois.
36-year-old Sonya Massey called 911 about a possible intruder. When two deputies arrived at her Springfield home, she at times appeared confused.
I'm trying to get help, y'all, but...
What do you need help with?
Nothing. I just... Please, God, please, God.
Minutes later, Massey picks up what appears to be a pot of boiling water from her stove.
Grayson had been charged with a total of 3 counts in connection with Massey's death: first-degree murder, aggravated battery with a firearm, and official misconduct. He pleaded not guilty to all counts, according to his attorney to ABC News. Now, following the 7-day trial, the jury was given the option of considering second-degree murder, according to ABC station WLS in Chicago. Grayson's sentencing is set for January 29th of 2026. He could be sentenced from 4 to 20 years in prison or be given probation for murder. The jury was instructed not to deliberate on the lower charges. Ben Crump and Antonio Romanucci, attorneys for Massey's family, said in a statement on Wednesday that the verdict is still a measure of justice for Sonya Massey. They added, accountability has begun, and we now hope the court will impose a meaningful sentence that reflects the severity of these crimes and the life that was lost. We will continue to fight for Sonya Massey's family and for reforms that protect everyone from unlawful use of force. James Wilburn, who's Massey's father, said at a press conference outside of the courthouse after the trial that there was no doubt in his mind that Grayson committed first-degree murder. He said, I'm sure there's no doubt in Sean Grayson's mind, but his attorneys were skillful enough, said Wilburn. They said that my daughter was the aggressor. And I'm going to get back to all of this. Said when you threaten to shoot someone in the face and you do, that's first-degree murder, said Sangamon County Assistant State's Attorney Mary Beth Rogers during closing arguments on Tuesday, according to ABC affiliate WICS in Springfield. Now, Rogers said the biggest lie Grayson told was that he had no choice in shooting Massey. Not true, according to WICS. The assistant state attorney said Grayson continued to lie over and over again on the stand, including when he said he attempted to turn his body camera on. Remember, his never went on, but his partner's camera was on the whole time. According to body camera footage from his partner, Grayson, who was inside Massey's home, points to a pot of boiling water on her stove and says, "Walk away from your hot steaming water." Massey then appears to pour the water into the sink and repeats the deputy's phrase before saying, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus," according to the video. Now, Grayson, I've seen the video. Grayson threatens to shoot her, and Massey apologizes and ducks down behind a counter, covering her face with what appears to be a red oven mitt. Now, as she briefly rises, Grayson shoots her 3 times in the face.
Minutes later, Massey picks up what appears to be a pot of boiling water from her stove. The deputy on screen identified by prosecutors as Sean Grayson.
You better I swear to God, I'll shoot you right in your face.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Drop the pot! Drop the pot! Drop the 19 shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired!
The coroner confirming the mother of 2 was fatally shot in the head. Her body blurred by police in the video.
I'm not taking hot boiling water to the face.
Protests demanding charges against Deputy Grayson have mounted since.
Said he wants you to believe that he was scared, said Rogers of Sean Grayson. But you don't have to believe that because it's not true. The assistant state attorney said that Massey's final words before being shot with her hands up were, "I'm sorry," according to WICS. Daniel Foltz, Grayson's defense lawyer, said during closing arguments that what happened to Massey was a tragedy but not a crime, according to WICS. Well, it is a crime. He's been convicted. As hard as that is to hear and accept, the outcome of this particular case was driven by Sonya Massey's actions, said Foltz, that's the attorney. Now, the defense attorney stated that when Massey said, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus," Grayson believed it was a threat, and the jury didn't have to agree with the former deputy, but that's what he believed, according to WICS. Well, they didn't agree with him. Foltz said that he didn't care if the jury didn't like Sean Grayson as a person because that wasn't what they were there to decide. He said, "The thing you cannot do is let your emotions dictate the outcome of this case," said the defense lawyer he told the jury that, according to WICS. In rebuttal, Sangamon County State's Attorney John Milheiser referenced the defense's instruction for the jury not to let their emotions decide the results of the trial, according to WICS. He said, "Huh? That's what happened," he said, according to WICS. He said, "The defendant let his emotions dictate the outcome of what happened in Sonya Massey's kitchen." Prosecution played Grayson's partner's body camera footage of the shooting on a monitor, causing multiple family members of Massey to cry or leave the courtroom. Now, Grayson leaned forward over a table, not watching the monitor. One juror appeared to cry as she watched the footage, holding a notepad up to her face in an attempt to hide behind it, according to WICS. That's the news station. Bottom line is this. You have two cops go in. The lady called because she thought there was an intruder in her home. She says, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus." Okay, she might have not been all there. Might have been a little, and she was a little bit of an older woman, if I recall. And so she picks up a pot of boiling water. If she's going to throw it, all they have to do is run backwards and go, "Yo, yo, don't throw that water." She throws the water on the floor. All right, now she don't have any water. "Ma'am, please put the pot down. We're not here to hurt you. The water's on the floor." Done deal. But that's not how cops think. Cops think, "Oh, I'm going to get hurt. Bang, bang." Not anymore. But in Australia, I saw a video where a guy was swinging a knife, and it was a pretty big knife. And 5 cops are running around after him. And he's coming close to a couple of the cops. This is in Australia. And they're just running around, moving back. And one of them finally gets at a side angle of the guy and swings his stick. And it hits the knife, which flips and bounces off the concrete. And they all rush in and grab the guy and take him down and handcuff him. Alive. But here in the United States, you go, "I have a knife. I have a gun. Bang, bang. Done deal." Hell, in Redlands, California, a guy had some rocks. And there was a San Bernardino County Sheriff's deputy there in Redlands. And when the guy throws his arms out, he gets shot fatally because he had some little rocks. All the cop had to do was walk back to his car and go, "I need backup. This guy here's got some rocks in his hand. No, I'm just going to shoot him because, hey, I'm an American cop, and that's what we do." To eliminate the threat, any threat, I flip him off. "Screw you and your mother." Bang, bang. I thought he was going to poke me in the eye. And that's what happens with this deputy. Just pulled him shot and then lied on the stand. Allegedly, he lied. That's what we've read here. And he's been convicted of second degree murder. That's what I was going to get to. So people keep saying, well, it's first degree murder. That's hard to prove here because you can't prove a conspiracy, not a conspiracy, but a premeditation that he went in there to kill her. So that's why I went second degree murder. It was just he reacted to something and he shot her. But he shot her unlawfully, and that's where the murder comes in. But it's second degree murder because he didn't premeditate, I'm going to go in and kill this woman. It happened through a series of reactions from his emotional breakdown. So I agree with the second degree murder, and I've seen the video. Based on the video, I agree with second degree murder, but this guy's going to get probation. I'll bet you money on it. I bet you money this guy's going to get probation. He ain't going to get the. Well, if he does get prison time, though, let me back up. It's going to be 4 to 7 years. He's not going to get the 20. He'll never see 20 years for this because he's a cop. And the judicial system loves cops. Unless the city riots and burns down, and then guys like Derek Chauvin get life.